第6章ホーキンスでピアスはリバーサイド病院の地下室にある収容所で目を覚ました。そこで彼はブラッドリーの友人であるコールデン医師と出会い、脱出を援助してもらった。あの女の人って医師だったんだ。看護師的な人かと思ってた。フラー医師が支配するこの施設をさまよっていると、ピアスはフランシス・サンダースという男と話すことができた。そう、サラ・ホーキンスが一番最後に無料で絵を送った人がフランシス・サンダースだったんだよね。探偵の目前で、死ぬ直前に彼はサラ・ホーキンスを苦しみの根源として罵った。服してピアスはブラッドリーとコールデンと共にようやく呪われた施設を抜け出した。不運な仲間たちはホーキンス邸を隠れ家にすることにする。それで戻ってきたんだ。
Who goes there? That nightmare again. I need a drink.
なんだ今のニョロニョロは。お、どこにいるの？下？あ、いた。下行くか。探すもんないよね、多分。下行こう。なんか喧嘩してんのかな。どうした二人とも。らあ、私が起きたよ。おはよう。あんまり良くない。
Did I sleep long?
ニョロニョロの夢を見た。Hey 相棒。お前生きてたんだな。
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right?
本当だよ。お前死んだんだよ、だって。
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
どうしよう。オカルトプロ使えない。使えない。ヒントを見つけたかもしれない。どうしよう。ブラッドリーに話しかけたい。医学プロ。なんか選べない選択肢が多いな。心理学テストするか。あなたとコールデン先生、親しい関係のようですね。
Everyone knows everyone, especially since I'm a police officer and Marie's a doctor.
The chemistry is obvious.
I do seem a little bit stupid, don't I? Anyway, let's get back to the business at hand.
それだけか。チャールズが生きているのを見たはずです。
What I'm sure of now is that the Hawkins case.
ああ、そうそうそう。チャールズ・ホーキンスニョロニョロしてたね。
The fact that Charles Hawkins survived the fire.
I don't understand. Mr. Hawkins was buried.
そうだよね、埋められてたもんね。
I have a hard time believing you.
You were there, Bradley. You even opened fire on him.
I'd remember that.
Why would he fake his own death? Do you think he covered up his wife's murder?
That's possible.
Seems hard to swallow. Don't you have anything more concrete, Pierce?
これができたらな、記憶を失っているようですね、だって。
What do you remember?
I don't understand your question.
The night we went into the Hawkins mansion. You don't seem to remember the tunnels and what occurred there.
No memory of going down any tunnel. No, we were in the manor, then...
Then what?
The rest is quite blurry. I don't recall how I came back home.
And then?
I went to visit you at the hospital. I called on Marie's help to get you released.
And you don't remember the events of the tunnel?
I don't. Let's talk about something else.
でもなんか記憶は曖昧なんだ。どうしよっかな、じゃあ。ヒントを見つけたかもしれない。
Francis Sanderson. You know him?
Of course, he's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
フラー先生って何なんだろうね。
Sarah Hawkins.
やばいやつ。
And that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain.
tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
あれは説明。空鬼にぶん回されて顔焼きつけられて死にました。
I didn't see what, but something was there with us.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins, a visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector.
へえ、そうなんだ。
I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
アイリン。
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
アイ
If
リ
you
ン。
plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
うん。本当、どうだろうな。慎重に行こう。
Without a plausible explanation
いき
for
な
what
り
I
オカル
saw,
トチックな話されても困っちゃうよ、奥さんも。
That seems wise indeed.
運命を左右します。
I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up
重
in the
要な分岐
hospital.
点だったのかな。
I'll do my best.
Let us go now and learn the truth about what's happening on this island.
The other night's events are still confusing.
サンダースの妻。じゃあ行こうか。よいしょ。出る。サンダース邸。
ピアス、ゴールデン、ブラッドリーの3人は組んでサラ・ホーキンス事件を解決することにした。彼らは新たな道筋を掴んでいる。美術品収集家であり、画家の友人であり、ピアスの目の前で死んだフランシス・サンダースである。この不運な男が死ぬ前に口にした空鬼について妻に聞くため探偵が家に向かう。空鬼って読むのか空気って読むのかわかんねえ。第6章か。何章まであるんだろうなこれ。
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders, I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband, his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may. However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
あ、
well,
キャッ
look
ト。
who's here. You know each other.
We met briefly. Time enough to iron out a few matters. The main thing is that we understood one another. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm
傲慢だな、
investigating
サンダース夫
someone's
人。
death.
It's a small island, detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker.
ベイカー？ベイカー？
This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable.
ベイカーって誰だっ
It would
け？
seem that you have much to tell me.
どっかで出てきたな、ベイカー。あ、開けない手帳。
May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my
こう
husband?
やって見るとキャットって美人なんだな。
I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone.
この人、目のクマが
The
すごい
fact
な。
is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with
う
him the
ん、
day
そっ
he
か、あそこ
died.
に閉じ込められてたから会
Were
え
you
なかったの
present
か。
when he had this attack? What happened?
うーん、 心理学で
What
試そう
happened to your husband is terrible, Mrs. Sanders. But from what I saw, it was inevitable. The man I met yesterday had lost his reason. He suffers no longer, if you would allow me such a platitude.
Of course.
運命左右します。
Thank you for your kind words.
なんかい
Nobody
い
in
反
that
応なんじゃ
hospital
ない
would have deigned to speak them to me. However, it will require more than that to soothe my mind. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute.
有名な
And,
病院なん
and
だあ
right
れ。
before your eyes. Did you not do anything to help him?
いや助けるのは無理でしょう。せっかく出てるから話術テストするか。いやどうしよう。フラーが本当の元凶なんですよにしよう。
So ask Fuller. He's the eminent doctor. But I would caution you. You'll find his treatments more terrifying than the illnesses he sets out to cure.
That churl no longer takes the trouble to receive me.
また左右し
He
た。
sends his secretary to tell me that I cannot see Francis. Me, his own widow. He must think that I am a terrible wife for having abandoned him in such a way. But I only wanted what was best for him.
I'm not here to condemn you, Mrs. Sanders.
Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce.
あ
I
れ
would be
ちょっ
grateful
と
if you
な
could
んか
tell me
悪
what
い
you
反応
expect
か
of me,
な。
and then leave.
じゃあ解除された答え。
Did your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? A shambler, to use his precise terms.
Well, you can't imagine that's all he talked about.
そう
It's
なんだ。
exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah
空
Hawkins.
鬼は絵なのか。
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it, I would urge you to make the most of your visit. Because I count on ridding myself of that thing as soon as I can.
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long.
どうなのかなこの反応は。あんまりいい感じではないのかな。空鬼を観察する。これ動いてるよ。今動いてたよね。
Let's see what this cylinder has to say once it's
Cylinder.
inserted in a phonograph.
閉まってる。ちょっとここが多分ギャラリーかな。あ、キャットいるじゃん。読むべきか。読もうよ。怪物じみた正体不明の生物の百科事典的なもの。神話辞典みたいな。オカルトが進んだ。筋力判定。いた。サンダース画廊の鍵。
An old diary.
牧師夫人の日記さん。
ミッキー・ウッド氏の集団にページを割いた間、妻は上陸して以来死の回収が見ている奇妙な夢について心配を吐露している。夫を含む集団の一部は神に送られた死者としてのビジョンを語るようになった。失われた民族と同じ末路に向かうのではないかと彼女は恐れている。何の話だ？
全然わかんない。これは薬かな？
I could use one of those.
俺もなんだ5時か必要かもしれない。睡眠薬。
Strange.
サラ・ホーキ
For
ンスの手
months,
紙。
Sarah Hawkins refused to part.
フランシスにこの呪われた絵画を所有する希望はどうか押してください。私たちの友情があなたにとって意味のあるものならとご容赦ください。あなたの破滅を招くわけにはいきません。友よ、どうか空鬼のことは忘れてください。そう、最後にね、無料で売ってたんだよね。
でここになんかある。クジラとタラ。 本だな。
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective.
I've got a lot.
Some can be more fate. What have you come looking for?
問題を起こしに来たわ
I'm
けじゃ
not
ない
here to
よ。
cause trouble.
Worry me. Don't over. If the last beating wasn't enough for you, but as long as you keep out of my way,
そうだ、筋力
you're
で負
free
け
to
ちゃったん
carry
だ。
on with your visit.
何してんのか聞いてもいいか
And
な。
you?
I'm here on business. Irene asked me to liquidate all
あ
these
あ、絵を
paintings.
売るのか。
She doesn't intend to hang around.
Why, you...
Believe it or not, there aren't many collectors on Darkwater. A choice that comes down to Fitzroy and me. And I'm far more Not now, sweetheart. I'd like to read this without some snoop
こ
looking
れ
over
は
my
う
shoulder.
にょうにょ。これ多分ギャラリーに続いてんだよね。ちょっと探索したいのでギャラリーは後回し。なんか不気味な絵がいっぱいだね。蓄音機。今ゲットしたやつ。
Irene, I made a mistake. I fear that it might be too late for me. Nobody should enter, except to burn everything. I never had the courage.
ギャラリーのことかな。
It's inside my head. I see him behind my eyelids. Each time I shut my eyes.
うんうんうん。だって
I can't take anymore. I can't hold him
体
down.
の中に空鬼がいるのかな。
Forgive me.
Accursed gallery. Those accursed paintings. That accursed Sarah.
すべてはサラの絵のせいってことか。探索探索。こう医学とかね、地道に上げとかないとね。なんかこれ押す順番とかあんのかな。わかんないわ。さあ何かないかな。探索探索。なんもなかったらね、こうチョキッとチョキチョキしとくんで。